I have no idea where I ended off the last video or what I was doing in the entire series whatsoever, so I'm just going to have a fly around now. But one thing I have done is play a few other saves, and from that I have quite a lot improved my skill in terms of building tracks and doing things like that. So I'm looking around and I can see a lot of track improvements, although I have the slight issue of I'm poor, so I can't really do that much. So I think something that I want to do is try to solve this issue of being poor. So I see first there's a bunch of food that I could transport, and there's a bunch of bauxite that I can transport. So might go and transport those. However, to transport the bauxite, it would, to be honest, be quite convenient to have some bigger hopper wagons as opposed to those tiny wagons. And also, the not the passenger. There's a ton of new stuff. It'd also be nice to have these for the fish, the textiles, the grain, the food, the tools, and the leather. Although I like them more in one of the browns that it has. I forgot which one. I don't know, but yeah, I'm thinking about getting a few boxcars, considering the 8,000 that I currently have. 2 boxcars and 2 hopper wagons might do. Unless it's only bought one, because I do have the slight issue of being poor. So let me re-roll these onto this track. Something that I forgot that I've just remembered is that on one of the save that I'm most used to, because I've played it most recently, and I haven't played this one in 7 months. I forgot that buildings somewhere in here, I think, yeah, Trainworks, I need one of these because it gives a 20% discount and it is actually quite worth it, although it is 13,000. So yeah, maybe okay, what I'll do, deliver a bunch of food and then see how much money I get. I'm then going to deliver all of the bauxite to the aluminium place, see how much money that gets me, and if I have enough for the train works, then I'll place it down, and then that could be what we're trying to save for this episode, because honestly, I forgot what I was initially trying to do. Oh, wait, was I trying to build from Sandbar down to the farm, probably? It would make sense. Although, if I remember correctly, that is quite a steep route, so I need money to fix that. So, alright, anyways, let's time-lapse me getting the food delivered to the depot. apparently OBS wasn't recording, but basically we now have the train works here. So we can buy things with a discount, and I was thinking throughout that entire journey that we needed more cordwood everywhere. We're limited in our cordwood production abilities because the cars that we currently have can only support 6 cordwood per car, which is 12 cordwood per delivery, which is nowhere near enough. And because these cars are so versatile, I was thinking we could get some, however we don't have enough money. And I was thinking that if we didn't have enough money, then I would just scrap these ones and replace them. However, that appears to not be the case, so let me fly around a map mode. Also, during the time lapse, because I was doing some important things on my other monitor, I did reduce the... I hate this background transparency slider, because it does nothing, and it's just very annoying. Anyways, we do have a lot of fish, however I have filled that industry. However, I can't really get much cordwood with our current setup, because that's what we're trying to save for. We could deliver lumber and beams. So, if we head into cargo chain, to the lumber mill. Lumber goes to coal mine, bauxite mine, iron mine, and beams go to quarry, coal mine, bauxite mine, and iron mine. So let's check the bauxite mine for what products it does have. And it has 0 beams and 0 lumber. So maybe we could run some deliveries here and generate some more bauxite. Because bauxite is quite a big moneymaker. Although, actually, we already have 53.4 aluminium ingots, which I could quickly deliver. So, I'm gonna cut, and then I'm gonna have consist, and then we're going to go and get the aluminium ingots down to the depot, because I filled every other industry that takes them, that we have connected on the line. Now we have our consist, we are going to now run up to the aluminium mine. And I wonder what's the best way of doing it, because we could take this route. Although the switch is not set, so we could run back, flip the switch, and then run up this way. Or we can do this way, which I'm pretty sure derailed me the last time that I tried it, and every subsequent time that I tried it. So, I might play it safe this time. And just head up the forest camp route, which should be a little bit shorter. So I'm only taking these 6 cars because if I need more, then I'll just double the route. And I don't want the train to be too heavy, because heavy train derails a lot. So let's... slowing down is a bit of an issue. There we go. Anyways, during the 7 months that I was not playing on this map, I have been playing other games. Let me know in the comments what games I should play on the channel. Let me know in the comments what other games I should play on the channel. But I was also sort of playing some other maps and developing my track building skills. So I look at some of these tracks and I sort of cringe at how much better I could improve them. However, I am poor, so I sort of can't do that. And let me just check that we're not going to derail or anything. Yep. I'm going to scout out in map mode whilst the train runs. We could head round from Slaughterhouse to the shipyard. However, we don't have anything that we could deliver to the shipyard yet. And also I don't like the idea of having to navigate through that terrain. I kind of want to get up to the quarry, because coal is such a useful product. But I don't know where else to go, because we've got bauxite mine, we've got forest camp, iron works, we don't have an iron mine. Although that could be a nice and short stub off of the food factory. Distillery. I do want to get to the distillery, because just for the cheap price of cordwood and grain, we get rum. And I quite fancy the idea of my railway carrying rum. We've already got tannery, fishery, lumber. We don't actually have leather, which is something that I've just realised, and is something that is solved by getting some cow cars, although we do need some cordwood, which we don't have much supply of. But cows, how much do cows? Cattle, 27 cattle wagon. We could almost afford it, but not quite, and they do sell for quite a lot. However, I do think for now, getting 2 of those bulkheads is probably the strategy that I want to do, and then we can get 2 cow cars and then run those. Also, fun fact, midway through recording the first time lapse where we tried to get that building that makes rolling stock cheaper, OBS stopped partway through, claiming that I've run out of disk space, so I've had to change what drive it's recording onto, to the one with 50 gigabytes available. However, the previous clip took 25 gigabytes, so might not be recording for long. I've got to transfer all of my old videos onto a backup drive, and then we should probably brake around this corner so we don't immediately derail. I've got to back up all of the old I just realised what looks so weird about these old cars. I'm so used to the other save which I've been playing on, which has exclusively the longer log cars. These ones look tiny and toyish by comparison, which is pretty funny. Also, the game's been updated a few times since I last played, and we can now just create a load order, select all the cars, hit F, then exit, and then it will automatically load any cars that it sees that are available for loading in. I wish the coal scooping animation was a little bit faster, or loaded coal as soon as you hit shovel, because I keep trying to overfill the locomotive compared to what it actually needs. Anyways, so now we're 3 out of 6. I don't actually remember if I've taken this alternate fishery line yet, but that would be quite a long route back, so I might just double back it. So whilst we wait for those 2 cars to be loaded, let's run around the train so that we're back on the head end again. Oh, look at that, we're in the negatives of money. It's kind of funny that sometimes when you switch the switch underneath rolling stock, it just like whip, and then re-rails itself onto the correct track. Alright. I'm hoping that this sells for quite a good profit, and then we can get the 2 bulkheads and also the cow cars, and then I can deliver some cows and some cordwood, and then make some leather, and then do some fancy things with the leather. The tannery, which has a little bit of cordwood but not much. I forgot what it produces, because tannery, textiles and tools. Okay, because I'm used to my other save where the industry just ends at the slaughterhouse, which is here, with leather, grease and food. And I mean, we're already producing food, which is an endpoint product because it doesn't actually have any industry that we get to deliver it to. But it does sell for quite a lot. But also the other 2 products do actually give us decent amounts of money. Grease is one that I am looking forward to delivering to the industries that take it, which I forgot which industries. So whilst I run the train back, I'm going to... Oh, where's my train struggling? Okay, so where is it? Slaughterhouse. Leather, grease and food. So leather goes to tannery, grease goes to machine shop, because machine shop takes grease as a bonus, and that's the only place that grease gets taken, and we are technically connected to the machine shop. And grease sells for quite a lot, which is part of why I'm looking forward to having grease. And cows also sell for quite a lot, so I'm kind of looking forward to cows. We are negative 485, which is not a good position to be in on the cash. And I feel like I remember a time when you couldn't go in the negatives, so the game didn't let you voluntarily put yourself below 50 in case you softlocked yourself. However, because you can go in the negatives, that's not necessary anymore. But yeah, you still can't go below 50 with building, and you still can't go below 50 with building and giving cash to other players. Also, those cars tilting up on their side had me concerned for a while there, actually. Oh, I forgot how sharp this is, and I should have probably braked earlier, which is a shame. Once again, seven months without having played on this save does kind of mean that I forget that high-speed track on one of my other saves is a luxury and not a given. But, yeah. Actually, since it's downhill, I don't actually need to pull back up. I can just click, and then they'll naturally roll into the consist. We are only delivering to the depot, which is right next to us, so this isn't too much of a setback. And also, we aren't right next to a big lake that's really annoying to fish the cars out of, so that's another bonus. It's a slight shame that we did derail there, because that's a bit annoying having to re-rail everything. Just checking that all the couplings are coupled. Also, the way this game auto-couples is not how these couplings would actually automatically couple in real life. Because in real life you wouldn't couple them with kinetic energy. You would sort of have them folded down, and then as they push together, the force between them would, and the banana shape on the front would automatically lift them upwards, and then drop them in, as opposed to smacking into each other and then just hoping that the little banana thing on the end just hopes to drop in. Although it does mean that you probably would only want to couple at slower speed, whereas in this game you want to couple at fast speed. That's a very sharp corner. Okay, I need to remake this track, clearly, because I didn't know what I was doing, evidently. Oh, and of course it's the other rotation around here. So if I shove this back together, and then I'm actually going to cut this time. Why is it struggling to get up to speed on a downhill section? Is there a brake applied? I don't think so, because we're managing to roll. Doesn't look like it. Anyways, so I definitely at some point want to rebuild this track, and if I do it off camera, then I will let you know that that track is kind of way too sharp for normal operations. It's kind of weird, but also nice having an extra building here at the freight depot, because it's weird because it's still, in my head, it's still just like a flat plane, but then again, having this as the main area that we're presently set up in is very nice. We might either expand into this field or expand into the field next to the machine shop, depending on what feels more appropriate when we go to build a big yard. Or if we even go to build a big yard. Okay, 145 per ingot, that's quite good. Okay, so we are money 1,835 currently, although we do have 2 cars to sell still. Which these cars will be entirely profit. Okay, so nice, we're almost at 3,000 cash. Not quite, but almost. So 27-foot cattle wagon is 1522, which means we could only get 1 and then we'd be out of money. But the bulkhead is 1798, so then we'd also only be able to get 1 and then we're out of money. I'm going to check how many ingots. The aluminium plant still has 30 ingots in it, so I am going to actually cut the recording and deliver them here. Back here at the depot with more aluminium ingots. Surprisingly did not derail that time. So just going to unload the train and just see how much money that generates us. Did add the other 2 cars, and only one of them was really necessary. So hopefully we have a bit more money, enough to buy the cars that we want, which will help us earn more money. Okay, so 4,793, and so let's buy 2 bulkheads. So that brings us down to 1,297, which is not enough to get the cattle car. However, we will now do like a few cordwood deliveries, like maybe a cordwood delivery to slaughterhouse, cordwood delivery to the aluminium plant, and to other places that need cordwood, and then hopefully we'll get a bit more money from that. So let's take all of the cars that we can use to make cordwood. Let's plot them on this track for easy assembling, and we've got to do this anyway for these cars. And I kind of wanted a scrapyard to scrap those 2 cars, because they're now completely unnecessary with these 2 cars being basically the same but higher capacity and able to store more things. But we clearly can't afford a scrapyard yet. We're slowly coming into the forest camp, and I was thinking maybe we could deliver to the aluminium plant first, since it's so close. But you will see in just a second why I wanted these cars for cordwood, as opposed to these tiny little versatile cars. Because if we hit the brakes at the right time, so we stop in place, then create a load order that contains all of these cars for cordwood. 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 along on 2 rows, so that's 10, which is immediately better than this one. And then it's up 2 rows, so that's actually 20 cordwood per car, as opposed to 6. So we're doing more per car than we were doing per delivery with just these 2 cars. But just checking the switches. Yeah, we should be aligned to the aluminium. We'll get this delivered to the aluminium, and then we'll get another delivery to the slaughterhouse, and then we'll see how much money we have. If it's enough, I'll get a cow car, and then I'll be able to deliver cows and make some money off camera and stuff. But for now, we just need to deliver the cordwood to certain places and see how much that gives us. I should not have done that. Okay, there we go, the load order's gone. Also, there's only 21 cordwood left. That's pretty funny. Because that's only enough to fit on one car there. Although, actually, they store cordwood 23.6. Because I didn't realise for a while there's different weights, and, oh, interesting, there's a tiny little versatile car. And, this one can only store exactly 6 cordwood, so we can store a lot more in those flats instead. Okay, and we're slowly coming into the aluminium plant again. Because this locomotive's not actually fast at all compared to many of the locomotives that I have been driving, which is probably part of why I made some of these tracks the way I did, because up until like the saves that I've done after this, the saves that I did before this, I literally had only got that locomotive and its similar types. That was 71 for the ×2 demand bonus, but yeah, we're storing a lot of cordwood, so hopefully for a little while at least we shouldn't have to run many trips towards the aluminium plant. Any remaining cordwood I'll then deliver to the slaughterhouse. Oh, we've already got 2 grand, which is most of what we need actually. There's no delivery bonus here, and there'll be a lot of delivery bonus temporarily at the slaughterhouse for us to take advantage of. So I'm going to cut, and then I'll be at the slaughterhouse with my cordwood. Okay, I did not realise that there were going to be trees on the line from when I last built this, but it has been quite a while, so try not to go too fast. Go see about cutting down a bunch of trees. There we go. Hopefully only cut down a necessary amount, because at least I haven't spotted any tree seed yet. It would be nice to have, because I do have a small, tiny list of things I would like to be added to the game. One of them is tree seed, which would just mean that you could put whatever trees that you want wherever you want after chopping a bunch down. And one of them would literally just be fix high-speed trains going over switches, jumping a bunch, which is probably more of a Roblox thing, but it would still be nice if there was a way found to fix it. It would also be nice if the coupling itself was a bit more accurate to how the real coupling works. I'm laughing at the job that I did whilst making this industry. Right, let's slow down. 2062, which we still won't get huge amounts, but high demand bonus 71 per cordwood. Yeah, we're not going to get enough for 2 cow cows this run. We now almost have 3 grand again. So if we look at the cattle wagon, oh, it's so close in price to what we actually have. 1522 doubled is 3044, which is like 100 cash away for what we currently have, which is so close. Okay, as we pass the clay pit, let me get the locomotive on the front end. I'm thinking as we pass the clay pit, maybe we'll pick up a bunch of clay and then deposit it at the depot, which I hope is going to be enough. I can tell I did not bother whilst making this track, because it just goes into the hill without actual track. Just like stops there, which is a little bit stupid of it. Yeah, we're gonna pick up some clay on the way back, because we have to pass through the slightly wobbly clay pit anyways, and then we'll have some cow cows. We'll deliver some cows, and then I'll end the episode and probably farm a bunch offline. I have no idea how long this video has been going for, and if it's been going for too long, then I might split it. But whatever. I can't tell because I've been cutting it in bits, because I've run out of storage space, because I haven't been deleting old video files from the computer. I haven't been transferring them anywhere. Oh, that's why we lost money. I was just very confused for a second, because the money's less than what I remember it being, but that's because I made a little cutting. And track costs money, cutting things out costs money, buffers cost a little bit of money. Actually, what I'm going to do, although it might be because it's slightly cheaty, is I'm gonna head over this way to the depot, and I'm gonna grab the hopper, and then... oh, the track's floating. I am going to rebuild some of this when I'm not recording, but I'm gonna take this hopper, I'm gonna spawn it onto the track, and then I'm gonna accelerate it up to speed. Because the weird thing is, it's got a thing that says, oh, you've tried to derail this car too far, but it's too far from the player as opposed to too far from the actual spawn point, which doesn't feel like it should be that way. Okay, that's probably going to derail. Ooh. Okay, I picked the clear orientation where it turns into a ramp, which is slightly unfortunate. Okay, that's auto-covered, so I don't have to worry about that. That's really funny, but tad annoying. I found these buffers are a pain in the gluteus maximus to destroy. So we have delete mode. because if you're looking at something in the background, then it will just delete the track. Okay. The downside to deleting the track would only be the locomotive, which is perfectly fine. There we go. Finally, a destruction of the switch that doesn't end in complete chaotic track destruction. Because I keep, no matter what I end up doing, whenever I try to destroy the buffers, I might have said switch earlier, because I'm losing my mind, that whenever I try to destroy the buffers, their stupid hitbox means that the track always gets deleted instead. Okay, that took like 900 cash away from us, which means we are going to make probably somewhere around enough money to make it all back, and hopefully get the second cow car. And then I'll do some deliveries and reforming of the track offline, without recording things. Also, if you are watching to this point, join the Discord server if you're able to, and if you can play the game, because I think it still costs Robux to play. Why am I going this way? I'll fix that. But if you can join the game and join the Discord, then I will let people join during the recordings. However, as you can see from the 7-month time span, you might have to wait a while if you want to join. But other people joining would mean a little bit more cash, and we could run some extra trains. But if people kind of destroy things, then I will have to make use of the admin ban hammer. And then I will put you in a wall of shame somewhere if I have to ban you. Also, I will probably, if I let people in, I will probably block buying and building, just so that I can keep my tracks, no matter how horrible the old tracks are, intact without griefers going in and ruining it. The password I post on the Discord, which is why I mentioned the Discord. Sometimes I'll do fromage, which is the French for cheese, but I've never actually used that one, and I now can't use it. Because, yeah, anyways, I might set that switch later, but not right now. But if you see all of the tracks are slightly different from how they are currently in this episode, then that's just me changing them offline because I'll suddenly have a bunch of money. If they're the same, then I will still be poor and have not spent much time on this save. For example, the 7-month time span between making videos. If it's any less than 7 months, then it's going to be really funny in the edit, because you're just going to see me speaking with an overlay on top. Okay, good. We have enough for the cow. 1, 2. It's really funny how they stack together. Can I paint the cow wagon? I don't think I can. If I go in, hit N. Cattle. Yeah, the colour is just the game's colour without any customization. But now we have kind of the main goals, which is those bulkheads, the cattle, and the cheaper cars from this industry. I think that is a point where I can just like round off the episodes and say goodbye.